It simply looks like a passion, effort, discipline issue. That's what it looks like. Now, this is where it's dangerous. Because if there's, you know what I mean, an issue where it's like, yo, nub, you're brain dead, bro. What are you hitting this route? You're spawning them here repeatedly. You don't know shit about shit. That's something that you can go over and film, you know, and actually have a solution. If it's like we don't want to play, like, I'm not saying it is. That's what it looks like. But if it's like vibes are off, there's shit going wrong. I don't know how players feel about each other. That's not as easy. That's not as fixable as the former. But if you can just kind of get over, swallow your pride, swallow your ego, right? If there is some beef there, something that is causing this fucking disconnect, then it would be a quick turnaround. You know,
like you can't like move anywhere.
Like within that's two respawns.
It's just the wrong one. And I said it yesterday, bro. This Rokkr team was going to be a test for where this OpTic team actually is. Granted, they have no like practice right now, because when you don't play with teamwork against this Rokkr team, you are going to get fucking fried. These guys are always helping each other and in the right spots. If you play isolated.
See, bro, this is why I hate this, bro. I think it's the minority. Like you know how they say like it's like the loud minority, bro. But I swear I don't even know if it's like that with COD. I feel like so many people actually just
from your team,
like so many viewers like, just have like
at a pace like
these agendas.
You are going to get fried by these guys because they are so.
They don't even like want to
being
like
together and being in positions to help
learn the game and like
team shot, like everything. If somebody's there taking
like understand
fight,
what's really going
behind
on.
Them to shoot fucking 2 or 3 of them in the back. Same with Estro. Like they understand how to buy each other time and help each other, and that's just something.
Because it's not like it's fucking
right now. I said it yesterday.
Like, you don't have to be a fucking
like they're on different pages.
A scientist, bro, to understand COD.
They have zero cohesion right now.
No, I ain't sneak
it shows like Kenny is yes, Kenny can definitely
I sneak this in Boris, bro. That's Patty P. First off, let's get that straight. Boris the Bullet is Patty P.
Like you've played with them, you know how Ken is.
Okay.
Yeah, he's losing full.
Exactly. He's probably spawning up on the map and just losing composure.
And it's not even with Ken, bro. It's just like
they're probably staggered for the whole map. One guy's dying before like somebody else is ready. He gets to his spot.
A take that I see all the time is because so like if OpTic does bad, right? And say like someone like Shotzi or Ken, they have a bad series. And then say FaZe loses a series and like Simp has a bad series. People are like, why are you not saying the same shit about Simp that you said about? But it's like, because if you actually watch realistically, it's too like the problems aren't the same.
Like it just I get how that feeling is.
I agree with you, but also I mean I could argue.
Who's starting the OpTic fellow?
Probably. Him dying.
This take this take wouldn't be bad. Filling gaps mean it's like filling gaps in the map. What's open? You know what I mean? Like we need to watch the route. Sam's take wouldn't be horrible. The issue is, bro, at least in my eyes, this isn't we suck dick. We don't know what we're doing. Let's get in the lab and work OT. This is us, bro. Let's act as one. The vibes that I get is they don't want to play with each other. Like, it's not like we suck. It's like, bro, I just watched 2 series now. Now, obviously, one of them was against FaZe, who's the best team in the game. So like, you take that with a grain of salt, but like this Minnesota team, there are no pushovers, but OpTic should win that series. You know what I mean? Like they should win the series. It literally seems like they just are running around with no care, no effort. They're just going through the motions. So if that's the case, if the number is correct, which he normally is, if it is the case, them locking themselves away in a room with each other to like get in the lab, it's only going to make it worse. Dashy said, I don't even know exactly what Dashy said, but Dashy said, yeah, like to Formal, right? That's the clip? That Shotzi run shit, and Formal said he's something, and then so now, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm sure Dashy didn't mean no fucking nothing malicious about that. He was probably high fucking bullshit with Formal, trying to be funny. But then that just now you got outsiders talk about, Shotzi's fucking a team up, bro. He's fucking doing all this. He talk all that shit. Now he getting his ass beat, and now he's making all these moves, blah blah blah. Safe face, and now Shotzi is even more pissed off. And then he's like, bro, why, like, Bruce, why are you doing that, bro? Like, you know, it's not like that. Or maybe it is like that. Maybe it is like that. You know what I mean? Maybe it is like that. But then if that's the case, then like you need to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like if Bruce was being dead serious, like I said, I didn't see the clip, don't care for the clip. But this is just like understanding and how to like talk to people in real life. Not in game, like in real life. Then like Dashy needs to be like, yeah, I think you're like, you know what I mean? You're running the show. I think there should be more input for, because if Dashy said that and he meant that, then maybe, I don't know, maybe he fucking didn't want Pred back. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Or if he was trolling around, which he probably was,
they have gotten on that
it's
flight,
still like,
went to
bro,
Madrid,
you can't be doing that with the situation you're in. Like, all it does is make everything worse. Bro.
Everything feels.
There's really not much.
But I also
would
would almost guarantee that the only person of these four that would like get everything out in the air and not be afraid of confrontation is Kenny.
For more roster changes,
I could see everybody else kind of beating around the bush, and like that doesn't do nobody no good. You don't you don't go anywhere
I really
from
don't
there.
know what's coming out of the camp. I mean, what's the schedule looking like moving forward for OpTic Texas, Ben? Who are they playing? That you said, oof, that doesn't sound very good. What's it look like, Ben?
Okay, so they have a very hard schedule. They got Carolina next
and
week.
believe me, we
schedule.
almost had a fucking team fist fight back in 100T on Black Ops 4.
Miami and Toronto. The Toronto
in the beginning of BO4 when people were like, oh, it's 100T and OpTic got squad, and we were ass.
Confidence against
LA Thieves.
Mud Dog almost beat Slasher's ass on God.
Other than maybe
as I said yesterday
in that
show,
room,
bro. Be prepared for them to be 4-3.
I was sitting there like, AI.
It may happen. They
I
might
think they
squeak
need to be
in.
prepared for much worse.
Yeah, I think so too.
In their current form,
Swear to
getting
God,
3-0
bro.
by
If
Rokkr,
that was on camera,
like, I'm not saying Rokkr.
some of it actually was, but that shit never made the internet.
And the way that they're playing right now, I'm not looking at
that was on camera. Y'all would have thought
with confidence right now.
They need to come through next week and show
that was the end of it. But like sometimes you just got to get that out there, bro.
Every team that's struggling, and I can still point you a strength for the most part that they have. And I'm looking right now at OpTic's current weekend, and from this weekend, I don't see a single strength that they have currently.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that none of them were talking about like the elephant in the room. No,
help them out, Chris.
Suppose that's how they got over. Yeah, I mean, and they did, and they were slumping, Brandon. They were. I just hope, even though I just don't think it's that. You know what I mean? They were slumping, and they got over. They aired out their grievances with each other. That was in game. It's an out of game. If it's out of game issue,
and like
that's a completely different. That's a. I mean, we're in a different planet now.
The point that he has played.
No, like until fucking Kenny turns it the fuck around, like I just make a fucking add someone on. Don't drop Kenny. Obviously, just put him on the bench. Add an AR on and see what gets better. Like because, dude, he has literally been progressing in the opposite direction. He was already playing bad in stage.
I'm pretty sure you just mean he's regressing, not progressing in the opposite direction. I don't know what the fuck Pat's talking about, bro. What is Pat like? What is he even saying here? We're just like
one. He is playing like shit.
I don't think,
regardless of the team dynamic,
I don't think he's that great at this game, or has been since the start. And I think that
Pat's also cooked, bro.
The only reason I'm saying that is because his teammates were fucking.
How you if you bench Kenny? How do you determine he's like back to not getting shit on?
His shortcomings for this game were almost like overlooked a little bit. I'm not saying that he's like, you know, he didn't do his things to win and he had those moments. Sure,
unless
I think that them playing that well,
Pat or Kenny's just like not playing, like they're screaming and he's out.
And then now that the team is in shambles with a change, I think it's
like they're screaming and he's out,
exacerbated a lot more.
He's not in the facility with them.
They brought him back. Like do this. Like you can do the
he's
same
not
thing. Like
playing COD at all. Like
mindset shift. Like they just need somebody that's like going to come in and
call on this team, bro.
They need somebody that's going to come in and just change the way they're like fundamentally thinking about the game, because they're just like,
if you blacked out his name and asked someone would you drop this person,
good grasp of what they want to do or how they want to play, and
talk about
everyone's
Kenny
struggling. Like you're just not seeing the best out of like anyone.
Yeah. I mean, if I looked at the tape,
come around and drop mind gym on everybody's fucking doorstep.
Bro,
if I looked at the tape, no, I personally wouldn't. No, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I mean, bro, once again, people like that. That's like kind of the issue, Erebus, is people legitimately think that Kenny is the reason why this team is where it's at right now. You know what I mean? Is Kenny playing really bad? Yeah, without a doubt. Of course. They have a lot of issues. Dropping Kenny for anybody in the league right now doesn't do anything. literally does nothing. The same with dropping pred or dropping shots. You're dropping that. It literally does nothing. If Kenny keeps playing this bad, do you let him keep playing like this for the whole year? Kenny won't play like this for the whole year. And I'm not saying that because like, oh, I'm boys with Kenny or you know what I mean, anything like that. I've watched now both their series that they played. I could go back and I could watch the major and watch the mini map. Ken's number one issue right now, besides why wine, is he's trying to do too much. Now, is he trying to do too much because he doesn't, like, he's just not putting effort in, right? Because of issues outside the team, the vibes or whatnot. That's possible. I don't know. Like, I haven't asked Ken. You know, I'm not Ken's fucking daddy. I'm not finna text him, yo, why, what is this? Is he doing too much because he's now trying to play hero ball because he's expecting his teammates to be doing something and they're not doing it? So then he's trying to pick it up. Then he's putting himself in a, you know what I mean? That's a possibility. But so it's going to get to a point where what I would assume is the team's obviously chalked. We just watched the film right now. There's just no discipline, no effort from any of them, any four. It'll get to a point, because I know how Kenny is as a player and a teammate, you know, where like he will, if it's like a lost cause, he's just going to stop trying to like get the team to do the right thing and for him to do the right thing. Like, bro, if Kenny, if he wanted to, and this doesn't even go back to Kenny, this is like any player in the league. If Kenny wanted to kill her, Kenny could kill her. Now, does that mean that he would have a 1.2 in this series? No, but he wouldn't have a 0.59. You see what I'm saying? This isn't a situation where you drop one teammate. He would not have 90 deaths. Yeah, he wouldn't have 90 deaths. And so that's my point. You know what I mean? They would still lose this series and you'd have a 0.9 and nobody would be saying anything. The thing is, though, bro, once again, it's not a slight at the other guys on OpTic. But when it comes to Call of Duty knowledge, bro, they don't know more than Ken. There's a reason they won champs. And how many events last year after picking up Ken? There's levels to it. That just is what it is. Whether or not, you know what I mean? You like Kenny, you don't like Kenny, you think he's great, you think he's trash. That's what it comes down to. Like, he deserves to be ridiculed for sure, but the same people that are like, bro, Kenny needs to get dropped. Are we looking like, are we, Kenny could have had a 1.0 on the dot and they're losing this series. So then you look at Dashy, you look at Pred, you look at Shotzi. They all are horrible right now. What's good, Space? It is not a Kenny is costing and that's why OpTic's losing. That is not it. Needs more gunny than brains, snub. No. Guys, if there's one thing that like, let me be super serious. Let me not troll at all, okay? Because I do love to be trolling. Bro, if y'all think that this OpTic's team needs more gunny and less brains, you're out of your mind. This team does, they're all, the scales are already in one direction. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not in the brains category. You know what I mean? Which is why when they got Kenny in the first place last year, they were actually consistently able to compete at being a champion. Dog, Kenny could lay in a corner and get free kills, but Kenny knows what kills matter and what kills don't matter. Like, that's the frustrating thing. That's the frustrating thing because, I mean, don't even, bro, it could be any player's name. You could swap Shotzi and Kenny right now. You know what I mean? Because obviously people think that like, oh, there's bias there because I team with Kenny and stuff like that. I would say the exact same thing. The exact same thing.
My team exploded after that. That is not what they did.
Honestly,
my team exploded.
Go hit up Tyler Fellow and have him fucking sit there and coach you for fucking literally like a couple weeks, bro.
I wonder what Damon's saying.
Yeah, I wonder what Damon thinks about it also.
He's losing composure.
I wonder what Damon's up to.
He's losing absolute fool.
And the thing is too is if you do make a change, sure, yep, there's definitely a lot of
Are we
players
saying
out
OpTic
there
pick Ken while I didn't get a top 3 player in Pred?
Who would be comfortable with this team? Like who can you slot in here that can see
I mean,
actually be a
Arenas.
difference maker here, right? Like
You'd be surprised though.
of
That
players, but
like,
it's like
Any AR that knows how to play this
bro.
game. Bro,
Now,
like,
I don't
this
know
game,
in real time right now, but we'll speak on last year.
I don't think, bro,
when it mattered.
I don't think they need to change. I don't think they need to change. I genuinely think they need somebody outside.
If
of the
you were
camp
to,
that doesn't have
if there was
vested
like a poll,
interest,
you know how like the
obviously, 'cause they
NBA
can't-
players or
because
NFL
my
players,
team-
they
no
choose like the
bullshit,
top players
go
in the
talk to
game.
Tyler Fellow and ask him if
It would
will
probably almost be
legitimately sit in your
unanimous
scrims and just like figure out what the fuck
that
they're doing.
the
Like,
pro
they need a
players
break.
think
I
Kenny
know,
was the better player.
bullshit, no bullshit.
I know,
Hey,
bro.
listen,
Like, what?
no, hear me out.
Do you see
Bro,
that?
they
That's
did it with
like
Lamar.
that's why I
They did it
always
with
But
Lamar.
fellows competing, Chris. That's the
I'm
thing.
saying
Okay,
so,
okay.
absolutely.
Well, listen,
or
they did it with
or
Lamar.
even
Yeah,
if you
or
wouldn't
Lamar
say
was
that,
retired. It
like
was
the
only
more
his coach.
impactful player.
Listen, I'm just saying. I think they need an external opinion that's not
Like who would they rather
Well,
team
Tyler,
with?
come do this shit for free. We're also not.
You know what I
offering you a
mean?
roster
If
spot,
they
but can you
if
make
they
Kenny better?
could
Yeah,
have
yeah.
either of
Hey,
those
well,
two,
hey,
who
I'm
would
just
they
saying, they
rather
did it with
team
Lamar.
with?
That is insane.
Chris,
No,
you might be the only person in the world that would do that. Bro.
And they're not saying that because
Yeah, there's
Kenny's.
no way. Fellow would just
You
be
know,
wasting
he's
his
not
time
the
if he's not
nub.
getting
You know what
paid
I
or he's
mean? He's not
offering
running the
any-
worst
I'm not
gun, one of
saying
the
he's
worst
not offering it.
specialists,
I'm
the
just saying, like, I
funniest.
think
You
they
know
need
what I mean?
extra
The
opinion.
handsomest,
Lamar helped
like
them last
the
year.
biggest meat. That's
Like,
what that.
Hell,
He's
they
not a
could
better
benefit from
teammate
that maybe
because of
from
that.
somebody else. I'm
Chelly
just
in the
saying.
chat says he'll do it
Because
for
there's a
free.
lot
Yeah, Jelly. Okay.
more that goes into
Kelly's
Call of
playing
Duty.
him.
Yeah,
Bro,
Jelly.
they need someone who's not dropping a neg 40.
But and I can't
Like,
fault people for it.
Just you need a
Casual
you need to do the dynamic
viewers,
shift right now, bro.
They like can't they
Bro,
can't comprehend
anything
that.
to get these guys
To be
confidence back.
quite
Like,
honest, like they can't
lost all
comprehend.
confidence, bro. They're getting
They're rock
3-0'd
bottom.
in every
They're rock
series.
bottom, bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and they're clearly pissed off.
you have to
Dashi
make a
broke the
switch.
fucking webcams today, bro. It was funny today when they cut to their webcams and Dashi's webcam wasn't on because he just snapped it in half yesterday.
bro, what was that? By the way, that was like the weirdest intentional. Like it took him forever. I watched that video, bro. He was like, it wasn't like a, you lost.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're right with
webcam
that,
off the
Tim,
monitor,
for
bro.
sure.
He was sitting there like twisting it to break it. It was
Kenny,
the most
but
awkward
once
stuff
again,
I've
that's what I'm
ever
saying.
seen.
Started
Kenny could have had a
angry
1.0 in this series. They're not winning this series.
I think he just got angry and
They're not
angrier.
winning if Ken has a
Break.
.9.
Nothing's
They're
working.
not winning like
Nothing's
this.
going
He just got more pissed off.
Like, damn, what is this made out of?
One.
I mean, I'm
Some good
still
play bad in terms-
I'm still firm in my beliefs, which could be completely wrong. I think the issue is out of Call of Duty. Is what I think. Could be tough. It can make things tougher. It can make things a little bit easier. But at the end of the day, if you got 4 players and multiple players don't want to play with each other, they're cooked. Unless they can figure it out. Unless they, you know what I mean, on a like real life person to person level. Not like, yo, you're not rotating, or like, yo, you're not picking that up.
In terms of Kate, I mean, he was 29 and 30, but I don't know what's going on with his damage.
Yeah, Magic.
Synergy, bro.
I mean, I thought Optic was gonna lose the phase.
Look at Ken.
With all the kids skills.
Look at Ken and Shotzi. Like, there's.
But I think,
super outliers. One has
and
no
that's
damage.
also, sorry, no, tactical pause. That's another reason why I feel this way. Because while he has had mistakes as well, Pred's been the best player on this team by watching the minimap. Don't even give a fuck about stats. Pred's been the best player on the team and looks the most game ready than the other 3 who have actively been playing. You know what I'm saying? Pred should be the one that's rusty, and he's not. So what does that tell me? It tells me that these other 3 don't want to like they're not going. I don't want to say they're not going 100%, but like there's a lack of discipline, a lack of effort. How is the motherfucker who got dropped the least rusty? Doesn't make any sense.
Let's get it.